Hello, everybody. I'm Larry, NFL on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's the Seahawks going up against the Patriots. Now we'll go down to CenturyLink Field for this matchup.
Patriots, Seahawks. It's pouring here as we're getting ready for today's matchup.
Hello, friends. Jim Nance along with Bill Sims, and we are live here for this primetime matchup. There's all kinds of energy and excitement in the air. These teams get really fired up taking center stage on a night like this.
Well, you said it right, taking center stage. Today's professional athlete, we know it. We talk to all these players all the time. They love it when they're on stage and everybody is looking at them. Well, let me tell you this. We are looking tonight. This should be fun to watch.
The Seahawks are back deep, waiting for the kick return. Steven Gostkowski now ready to kick the ball and get this game started. Maybe the 34-yard line. Leading the charges for the Seahawks is quarterback Russell Wilson, coming off just a fantastic all-around year as he led Seattle to the #1 seed, the NFC title, and eventually the blowout win over the Broncos in Super Bowl 48.
Russell Wilson is absolutely maybe the most mobile quarterback in the NFL. Hard to get a big hit on him, and if there's pressure in the pocket, he will get outside and make a play.
Out of the shotgun. Going to try and scramble now. Browners in on the coverage and forces the incompletion. Second down after the incompletion. Wilson with the give. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play. Let's see what they do on this third down situation. And Richardson's a receiver in the slot. Lynch is going to take the handoff now. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first. First down at the 41. Takes off with it. Almost intercepted. Gerard Mayo in on so many tackles.
Gerard Mayo can diagnose the run and fly up in there. He is a big linebacker, and he's not afraid of a little pain and hitting that running back.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Turbin takes his spot in the backfield. 3rd and 9. Wilson's on the move. Throws to the right. Gets it out for the completion.
Well, this is a classic case, wasn't it, of let's bend but don't break. That's what the defense did. They gave up some first downs, but they stopped the offense when it counted.
Lynch is lined up in a single back formation. Getting away from the pressure.
That's a missed opportunity, and now they'll have to bring out the defense.
First down coming up.
On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. Brady, handoff. And gain maybe 4. And now they'll try over again on second down. Brady's lined up. 2 tight ends set. Handoff made. Now cutting to the right side, looking for some open space. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
Green's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
First down and 10. Looking to the right side and throwing. A foot race to the end zone. The 20, the 10, and in for the touchdown.
Short passes are just as important as the long passes down the field. This time, a short, accurate pass. Look what it leads to. All those yards after the catch. Nice run, nice catch, touchdown.
The Seahawks are in shape now to return the kick. Going to be a penalty here.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
That kick out of bounds is going to cost them.
Automatic first
They
down.
face first down. The Seahawks are at the line of scrimmage and loading up that line with an extra tight end. Gets away from the pressure, airing it out. And they can't connect. They went for the home run ball there, Phil, but just could not make the play.
Yeah, you want to do this. You always want to throw the football deep at least 4 or 5 times a game because you want to make the defensive backs uncomfortable. If you let them get comfortable, they'll start jumping those short ones. These guys won't do that anymore now. Nice awareness that time by the quarterback. Sometimes when you drop back, don't be too stubborn. Stand in that pocket and take a hit. You have to run, take off. He gets it done that time and picks up a first down.
Catch made near the sideline.
The Seahawks did a good job there on first down. That pass picks up some good solid yards. Now second and short. Much easier to call those kind of plays.
The Seahawks have it at the 39. Wilson's running away from the pressure. They get to him just in time. 1 yard shy of the first down.
Russell Wilson's 5'11", has a powerful throwing arm. Very elusive. Hard to get a big hit on Russell Wilson. That's a good run.
The Seahawks from the 37. Brought down after a gain of 6.
On defense nowadays, I don't care. Back there as a quarterback, you must be aware and not let them out of the pocket. Any quarterback in the NFL now can scramble out there and pick up some yards. Good job that time with the QB, and he gets the first down.
Second down following that incompletion.
Lynch is lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Now on the move.
Looks to his left.
Russell Wilson. He's in for the score.
Good job by the offense. They get in there. They tie this game up. Now we'll see if the defense can take advantage of that momentum and keep it on their side.
Lynch. So they'll get the touchdown. But they go for 2 and fail to convert.
I'll be the first to say it. That was a terrible decision to go for the 2 points. I'll give the defense some credit, but mainly the blame goes to the offensive play call.
Away from the ball, there's a flag down on the field. saw the coach down on the sideline, and he is furious about that ball being kicked out of bounds.
Dude, I have no stake in this game. I'm mad, too. You got to kick it off. The field is 53 yards wide, and we couldn't kick it in between those 53 yards. It's like you hitting the driver. You can't keep it on the fairway.
First down here. Brady standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Catch made.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Brady's got it in the gun. Catch made, and Vereen is stopped there. One of the keys to this Seattle defense is Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas, probably the fastest safety in the National Football League. They let him stand back there and truly play center field. He reads the quarterback and then tries to go and make those plays.
Tom Brady under center. And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
And he's brought to the ground.
The Patriots' offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the film room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play.
Brady out, ball's out, and the recovery is made by the defense. Running room.
As good as it gets. Touchdown.
That's the way they're taught, to be greedy. Don't be satisfied with just getting the turnover. Take it all the way back to the house for the score.
The Seahawks now lined up for the extra point.
Counted. The Patriots return team is in position. Perhaps they can run one out pretty deep and shift the momentum. The scores 13-7. Fields the football at the 8. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Patriots now will start their drive at the 23. Brady's going to take it from the gun.
Reaches out and grabs it.
Good job by the receiver, running into that defense, through the zone, finding the open space, and making a nice catch.
Tight ends in motion here.
The Patriots take it from the 23.
He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
The Patriots' offensive line is just whooping some tail today, aren't they? What a job up front. That helps the running back get in space, get down there, and pick up a big gain.
Brady's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Second down now.
The Patriots line up, split backfield. Brady from the gun.
Airtight coverage. Incomplete.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing a football game. Now you're looking at 3rd and long, and look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart. If the play is not there, don't force it. Dump it off and wait for the next time you get it.
Split backfield here.
Snap back to Brady from the gun. Throw it to the outside. They've got the hook up.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
Thomas is going to take this one from the 12. Gains 13. The Seahawks break huddle and start their drive this time from the 25. Lynch is in the backfield. Single back set. Out of the pocket. Hurries the throw. And looking underneath, this will go incomplete.
When you see this cover 2 defense as a quarterback, you got to know where to throw the football. That time he did not make a good decision. You got to throw it sometimes deep down the middle. The safeties are not there. They're outside. He did not take advantage of that coverage that time.
It's 3rd down coming up.
Turbin takes his spot in the backfield. And he takes off.
No one in sight. Has the grab.
When you play this cover 3 defense, just kind of sit back there and try not to give up the big play. That is great. The problem is you give up all these short plays. How about that throw by the quarterback on that slant pattern that time?
Wilson's going to take off with it. He was looking short, but the pass falls incomplete.
Oh, nice job. That quarterback, he was watching the quarterback. He's all over the receiver, so it was easy for him to knock the throw down.
It's now 2nd down.
And Matthews is in the slot. Russell Wilson will take it from the gun.
Running away from the pressure. He's into the open.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning.
They come to the line, and it's 1st down. That long gain sets them up here on this play. Scrambling now. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
How do you stop these wide receivers now? It's almost impossible with the rules of the game. Tight coverage. That time they have double coverage on him. It doesn't matter. The throw comes. They go up. They make the catch. All you can do is raise your arm and go, well, we did our best.
1st and 10.
Russell Wilson hits Zach Miller with that throw.
Well, if you get a couple first downs on a drive, it just, of course, it makes you feel good about what you're doing. It loosens up the offensive play caller, and there's nothing like dictating to the defense. Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game that can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
2nd and goal from the 3. He's scrambling now. Has to get rid of it. Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
Boy, it's 3rd and goal. Close game here. You want to get a touchdown. That's what you want. You come away with 3, that's going to be a big disappointment for your offense.
3rd and goal from the 3. Wilson's now going to leave the pocket and tuck it under. And intercepted.
In on the stop. They'll take it at the 20.
This defensive coordinator, he is one aggressive dude. He keeps going after this offense, and finally he gets the interception inside their own 20-yard line and stops the offense from getting any points.
Sticks to his hands. Gains 18. 1st down on the way. No huddle time.
Brady's back in shotgun formation.
Take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
The Patriots are going to burn the first of their 3 times.
It's right here. Here's the first snap after the big play. Brady standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And he hauls it in. Picks up 8 here. And the timeout is called, so we're going to take a quick break and return in just a moment. Shane Vereen lined up in the backfield. Brady is in the shotgun. Oh, and almost picked off that time.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
The Patriots take it from the 33. And he's thrown to the ground. The Seahawks signal for the timeout. And that's the first one they've used. And so now they'll bring out Allen to punt. The Seahawks getting set now for their next series. And Richardson's lined up now as a slot receiver. Wilson from the shotgun. They are running the football, and that's thanks to their quarterback, not the running back.
Yeah, you got to be careful, though, if you're a running quarterback. You got to live to fight another day. Run it, get your yards, and make sure you get on the ground before they can give you that big hit.
Wilson's on the move. Baldwin's got it. First down. The Seahawks decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only one. First down, offense ready for the snap. Wilson's taking off. Shum's able to swat the pass away.
To be a great defensive back in the NFL now, you have to read the receiver. When those hands go up, you do the same, and that time the defense knocks the football down.
2nd and 10. Wilson's going to scramble. Wants to go deep. Could have been intercepted.
Just not a good decision by the quarterback. I mean, maybe on the sidelines they keep calling the wrong plays, but he's attacking the strength of this cover 2 defense. Don't do that. Throw where they're not. That's deep down the middle.
The Seahawks will take the snap from the 35, and now he'll take off. Looking long. Almost intercepted.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
Offense back on the field here for this 4th and 10 play. And Matthews is going to get set in the slot for this snap. The Seahawks will take the snap from the 35. Down the field. That's a failed conversion, but you might as well look at it like a turnover. It's going back the other way. That does it here for the first half. Patriots trail in this one. We'll be back in a moment with the first half analysis. And he'll start his return. Gets out past the 30, brought down near the 35. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. Gets the handle here. Hobbles there to take him down. The Patriots have tried to stretch the field vertically, and they certainly have. Brady's been showing off that cannon he has for an arm.
Yeah, he's got it all, doesn't he? When you watch him throw the football down the field, you can see the arm strength, but the biggest thing is you can see that wonderful touch on the football. He is laying that football in there right on the money.
2nd and 6. The defense gets a sack.
There is nothing worse for a quarterback than have the pocket collapse. And that time they collapse on his left side. There's nothing he can do, and he goes down for the sack.
And Amendola's lined up in the slot. Takes it from the gun. It's Gronkowski. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
Jim, this is a situation right here. I don't think you have to go for it right now. Of course, you're losing this game. It's in the second half. You have fourth and short near midfield. I think you punt the football and rely on your defense to get it back for you in good position.
That ball was never cleanly caught, and it's on the ground. They bring him to the turf.
Well, that's nothing but just that's just luck. That's all you can say. You're the return team. They fumble the football. It bounces out, and they get it back. They lucky there.
Lynch is in the backfield. The reception, easy, wide open.
Well, the defense, they give them a first down there. They're behind. They just can't sit back there and keep bending. You got to take some chances. Go on the offensive, on the defensive side, and just make things happen.
Wilson into coverage that time and incomplete.
Wilson's able to get outside the pocket that time, and it's a good job getting outside the pocket, but there's nowhere to throw it. The pass is incomplete.
Russell Wilson has it under center.
Second down and 10. Scrambling out of the pocket. Makes the catch in open space. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. Let's see how they back up the big play here.
Wilson's going back to the air on this play. Incomplete. That was Revis on the coverage.
Well, your teammates are really going to respect you after something like this. Anytime you're on that field as an athlete, and when you give all your effort to every single play like that time, how about that? Just giving every bit of effort he can to make the catch. Not able to get it, but what a job and effort.
Has a catch for the first.
First down here. Looking to go up top again on first down.
On the money.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
And Richardson's a receiver in the slot.
Secures it with two hands. That's a gain of 8.
A lot of people talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's overblown, but in a situation like this, where you're winning a close game in the second half, you want to control the tempo, control the clock, keep getting those first downs.
Taken down a yard short of the first.
The defense loading up on the line, getting set for this snap.
Wilson keeps it.
Inaccurate with that one.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Offense lines up here. Quick drop back.
Gonna try and scramble now. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Seattle.
What a good job by the quarterback. That time under a little pressure. He moves around, scrambles, makes the throw to the open receiver right on target. Good touchdown throw.
Takes off with it.
Could have taken the 1-point gimme. They went for the 2, and they are turned away. The Patriots prepared to return the kick. He'll have a chance to take off. It's first down as they head to the line. Wide receivers are bunched up. From the gun. He'll throw it over the middle.
Brady able to find Julian Edelman.
Well, the way the rules are in the NFL now, you can't hit the receivers, you can't hit the quarterback. And if you give the quarterback this kind of time, he is always going to find an open receiver.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Got a flag down here. And that's a gain of 10.
Offside. Defense.
The defender got caught in the neutral zone right there. That'll cost him 5.
Yeah, he's a little too anxious. You know, all these defenders, they got one thing in common. You know what that is? They hate quarterbacks. They want to get there. A little too nervous there. Gets him caught in the neutral zone.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has an injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with a Seahawks official. Russell Wilson's injury appears to be related to the upper body. Trainers are saying it is a severe injury, but would not confirm what the injury is at this time.
Well, when your team is behind, what do? Just come out there and get a first down. That's a nice job by the offense.
Going to do it for the third quarter. We'll be back to the beautiful skyline of Seattle for the start of the fourth. After the break, Vereen lined up in the backfield. The final quarter begins with his snap. Makes the reception.
This is where games are won and lost. Once an offense gets down the red zone, even though they're down more than 7, can you find a way to punch it in there for the touchdown and not settle for a field goal?
Now 1st and 10. Blunt. And he'll go to the left. Chancellor's in on the tackle.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
Throws to the right. Touchdown. And this game just got a whole lot more interesting.
What a good job by the offense driving down and getting that touchdown. Even though they're still behind, they're chipping away at this lead, keeping the pressure on their opponents.
The Seahawks will get their hands on the football again, but their lead is not the same. Things are getting tight here. The score's 19-14. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Seahawks now will start their drive at the 23. Tavares Jackson under center. 1st and 10. Jackson's on the move. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, it brings up 2nd down. Jackson's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap, getting away from the pressure. He's got the catch. Gains 18.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time. He throws it down the field for another completion. Man, the quarterback, the coaches, his teammates, everybody loves to see a player give that type of effort. How about the receiver just going all out to make the catch? Doesn't quite get there, but the effort is outstanding.
The Seahawks snap it at the 41. Looking to go deep. Revis nearly comes away with the pick on that pass.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
Russell Wilson hits Zach Miller with that throw. Miller's a big target, but he plays that tight end position like he's a wideout, Phil.
Yeah, you know what you see now, Jim? It used to be everything was focused around the wide receiver. He was the #1 guy in the passing offense, but now we see many tight ends who are the #1 option, just like we're seeing here today.
The Patriots offense now marches onto the field. 1st down and 10. And he's taken down.
Well, when you see the defense is going to blitz and you can't pick it up, as a quarterback, you've got to change the pass protection. Remember, protect yourself at all times. He didn't do it, so he goes down.
Brady from the gun. Looking to the right side and throwing. Brady to Amendola. The Patriots still trail, but as we look at the passing numbers, it's hard to find much fault with them. Brady led his team on the field today and has posted some very impressive numbers.
Yeah, the offense has been sharp, and I'll say this, in the NFL, if you're trying to make a comeback, the easiest way to do it is to do it with a hot quarterback and the offense that's clicking on all cylinders. Well, I don't know who to blame here or give credit to. Blame the quarterback for not changing the protection, or just give him a lot of credit. Well, that's where I'm going. What a job by the defense. They catch the offense off guard, and they get to the QB with the blitz and take him down.
Thomas tackled right at the 42.
Well, the best thing we can say about that punt return, well, he didn't fumble the football.
The clock's really become a factor here, and the defense knows it has to get off the field as soon as possible to give the team a chance.
Has his man. Looking at this comparison, Phil, it's fun to see these two quarterbacks going head-to-head in a tightly contested game.
Yeah, so well played on the offensive side by both teams. The quarterbacks, they've been very sharp. They're on target with the football, and their offensive lines are playing very well.
Here's Baldwin, and that's a gain of 9.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
And here we have second down. Leading and with possession of the football, a good place to be at this point in the game.
Off the mark here as this throw heads out of bounds.
Third down following the incompletion.
Lynch is lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback.
He's looking to the right here on this throw. Chip shot here. The kick is through for 3.
Well, even though they get the field all that time, it's still disappointing. You get in that position, you'd like to score a touchdown.
He's got a chance to return this one. He's brought down. First down coming up. Time in this one's running out, and the defense knows it needs another stop.
Snap back to Brady from the gun.
They're going to get him here for a sack.
Brady's the one who is down, and we'll step aside for just a moment.
That leads us to second down. This is a time where the quarterback has to manage the clock, has to be very careful, trailing, needing points to get back into this one.
Almost made the catch, but the collision jarred it loose. 2 minutes remaining in the game. Amendola's in the slot.
Let's go.
Garoppolo's got it in the gun.
Eyeing that left side. The Patriots now move the chains.
Big first down by the offense that time. Here in the second half, they're losing a close game, and you get that first down. It just gives you confidence. It opens up the playbook, and it just gives you a better chance of going down the field and getting the score.
On the money.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Man-to-man coverage down the field. When you see it, you got to be accurate with the football. He was that time, and that's why we got the completion.
The Patriots from the 37. It's Amendola, and he's tackled. He'll be a yard short of the first. Second down coming up. Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way. Wide open. Ball is out. Oh, they cough up the football, and the defense takes possession.
That'll stop the play right there.
And Amendola's in a whole lot of pain right now. We'll take an injury timeout and be back in just a moment. First down. Let's see what they come up with here. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield.
Gets away from the pressure.
Wilson's pass will go for an incompletion.
That's what you expect in the NFL nowadays from the players, especially these receivers. They're so aggressive, so athletic. They go all out for every catch. That time he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for effort.
The Patriots will stop the clock here with this timeout, needing to preserve time. On the way, third down. Lynch is lined up as the single back. Incomplete, almost going in the other direction.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
And he muffs it. The ball's on the ground. Everything was left up to the defense to make the stop on fourth down, to ice the game, and that's exactly what they just did.
It's getting harder and harder on the defensive side to stop these offenses because of talent and the rule changes, but that time the defense came through.
Slashes to the left side, picks up about 2. Every play is huge now. Second down on the way. Won't huddle now. Gonna conserve the timeout and rush back to the line. Now on first down, every snap crucial the rest of the way. Going to the hurry up. Under a minute to go here. Out to the left. Has his target.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage to throw it, let them. If they do, of course,
Touchdown. This game is tight.
tight ends are so valuable down on the goal line. They're able to maneuver inside. Easy to get defenders to run into each other to get open to score.
The ball out, incomplete. That hurts. The two-point try is denied. The Patriots late in the game looking to get the ball back on the onside kick. Johnson's tackled down at the 32. The Seahawks have saved all 3 of their timeouts for here in the fourth quarter. Russell Wilson has it under center. The Seahawks from the 32. Wilson's running away from the pressure. And they get to him before he can get out of the end zone. They've got a safety. He's got a chance for a return. And the tackle is made right around the 32-yard line. The Patriots come to the line of scrimmage with 2 timeouts to play with. Shane Vereen lined up in the backfield. First down at the 32. Edelman will mark him at the 40. The Patriots call for a timeout. They want to talk it over on what should be coming up, the final play of the game. Can the kicker handle the pressure? The Seahawks defense will stop the clock here with under 2 to go as they want to preserve the clock. The Patriots are a long-distance field goal away from taking the lead late in this one. And it's no good. A chance to win the game right there, but now we're probably in for overtime. Time has run out in regulation, and yes, indeed, time.
Patriots now getting ready to kick it away. It'll be a touchback. They face first down. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. Now on the move. The ball is out.
Russell Wilson is so quick, hard to get a good shot on him. Every time he runs the football, he knows to get to the ground just before the big hit comes.
2nd down and 2. Out of the pocket.
Had it for a moment, but the ball is knocked out, incomplete.
Let's just tell it like it is, Jim Nance. His receiver's not a very tough guy because he gets hit. It should have been a complete pass, but he gets hit. He just throws that football on the ground, and the pass is incomplete.
Dropping back 3. And that's a 2-yard gain.
Beautiful job that time by the QB. He goes back there in the pass play. He doesn't like what he sees, and he just takes off and gets the yards and gets a first down.
And he takes off. Running room. And that's a gain of 13. First down here. Russell Wilson has it under center. Just a quick drop back.
Wilson's going to take off with it.
Almost intercepted that time.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game that can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Second and 10. Running away from the pressure. Got the completion. That'll put them in what we call plus territory.
Jim, they got momentum on their side right now. They are making everything work. That was a nice play. They pick up another first down, and they got a good drive going here.
Scrambling now. Makes the reception. Gains 12.
Wilson's able to take advantage of the defense this time. They lose their assignments. They force him out of the pocket, and he's on the run. Nice job of finding the guy down the field and making the throw.
And he's forced to the ground.
Well, you see it all the time. When the offensive line can't stop the defensive pass rush, then you have your running backs hit a defensive lineman before they go out for the pass.
He's scrambling down. Throwing now to his left. Arrington nearly comes away with the pick on that pass.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
Here's Baldwin, and he's tackled down after picking up the first.
I think Russell Wilson loves it when you force him out of the pocket because he is so dangerous once he leaves it. He can run, of course, but he has a big arm, very strong, and he makes an accurate throw on the run that time.
They come to the line, and it's first down. What a drive this has been. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch. Gains 17.
Good job by the offense getting the first down in the red zone. Now it becomes tricky. Can you deceive the defense where you get a chance to get a score?
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. Just 2 minutes left in this one now. Back in a moment. They're able to move the chains after that last run. Play after play after play here on this drive. Handoff. It's a walk-off touchdown beyond relief. So we had to go to overtime to find a winner in this one, and one team found a way to get it done.
Yeah, they did. You know, in overtime, it is a nervous time. And to get it done in overtime, that has to be a wonderful feeling.